So today we've got the Club World Cup, and my mic may not have worked in recording of the video. So let's roll the intro, and I guess we've got another editing Rob commentary.
In the heart of northern Italy lies a town steeped in footballing history. Welcome to Vercelli, home to one of the most storied clubs in Italian football, Pro Vercelli. Languishing in the lower leagues as its once glittering legacy faded into obscurity. But now, a new chapter is about to be written. A chapter of redemption, revival, and triumph. Get ready to witness the rebirth of a footballing legend. This is Football Manager 24, the Pro Vercelli Chronicles.
So we are now on the 28th of June, and I have looking to make a few changes. So I'm going to quickly rush through this, and we are going to play Arsenal in the first knockout game of the Club World Cup. And I'm just adjusting team. I think we've got Nunez in goal, Alejandro, Hein, Kerbiassi and Keone at the back. Pedri and Lala in midfield with Bondhouse, Jow and Pingle behind Haaland up top. But I bring Sir in here. He is a young player who you'll find out exactly who he is come the end of the Club World Cup as I go through the new signings. Hockmeister and Diaz do come in as well, and I'm trying to decide who else to go, but I think that is the team. So as you can see, I'm currently just going through the team, but we've already done that, so you know, things happen. So I'm very nervous because Arsenal are not exactly an easy team to brush aside. All the Premier League teams are very, very good, and I really don't want to see I really don't want to go up against them if I can avoid it. But as I was drinking my water, we got off to a flying start 3 minutes in, and Bondhouse has put the ball in the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Pro Vercelli and give us something to hold on to. But Diaz now plays it to Hober. Hober to Pingle. Diaz, I'm currently wondering when we are gonna muck up, but there you go, we lose out, and that now I worry that they are just gonna come straight back at us and score. But Pingle says not a chance and plays it into the middle, but the goalkeeper for Arsenal manages to get his hands to it. But we are total domination early on in this tie. And remember, it's a one game and you're out. We got the chance to play either a Saudi Arabia or a Brazilian club in the next round. So I'm already thinking this is the game as Haaland makes it 2. Superb play. It's 2-0, and VAR just doesn't count, so it stays 2-0, and we are very much on the ascend, and Arsenal are struggling to keep up with us. Shots on target, Arsenal slowly coming back into the game, as you can see down at the bottom of the match momentum. but it doesn't last very long, and we are back in charge. And Pingle tries to get a ball across. It comes off the post and luckily doesn't drop to one of our players. And if you look at the Arsenal team, they are very, very much tiring compared to us. So that's a good sign that we should be able to hold on to this 2-0 victory. And we go into half-time having played really well. I'm looking at players to potentially bring in. I bring in Capiello and also going to bring on... am I going to bring on... I do bring on Garnacho into the centre and Davey on the right. The idea being giving the youngsters a bit of game time, as I don't feel threatened at this point by Arsenal. You've got Garnacho in there with the experience, with Davey and Carpelio outside of him. Haaland's obviously got bags of experience as well. So we are trying the youngsters, hoping that just the fresh legs will be more beneficial, and realistically not worrying too much about this Arsenal team that have looked really lacklustre so far. But Gill, trying to make a difference, plays it through, and Diniz has managed to pull one back for Arsenal, which is something I really wasn't expecting. Verts now, I'm looking at who to bring on. It looks as though I'm looking at Partey at the moment, Kobayashi, Min, but I do stay with Lala on. And now I think I'm going to make a few more changes, just because the likes of Lala's tired. So I'm looking at who to bring on. I bring on Kobayashi and drop him just in front of the back four. And I'm contemplating whether to bring Garnacho back or not. And I think in the end I decided to just move Pedri over. So we've sort of got the three, and move Garnacho onto a support role so that he's not as far up. I'm also contemplating, I do bring on Dimmick for Hoba, just to freshen things up again. And we are on the push, on the rise here. Superb game, really. 2-1 victory. Pretty comfortable for a 2-1 as well. You've got to say, they've only ever really looked dangerous once, maybe twice, but we have looked dominant, and Haaland pushes on to get another goal and bring in our 2-goal advantage yet again. Superb play from Haaland. It's 3-1 to Pro Vercelli. We either face Al Nassr or Palmeiras in the next leg, and you'll find out who that is in just a second as we move on. Say good, well played, lads, and we move on. So here we are, ready for Palmeiras, and the team to play them is Nunes in goal, Alejandro Hein, Kobayashi and Coney at the back, Pedri and Urkel in midfield, with Costa, João and Pingle behind Haaland up top. We expect this to be quite an easy run. Maldini is on the pitch. On the subs bench for this game. Maradona. Sorry, I've gone back a few years. Diego Maradona is on the bench, and not that one, but he's got every chance of becoming as important as the real Diego Maradona was. Excuse me. And we all know that the real Diego Maradona and the hand of God that cost England. This Diego Maradona, though, is Brazilian, so he's got no hands of God. But he will, I'm sure, become a legend at Pro Vercelli as we look to build a few more youngsters, because the likes of Kirby Assi, who remember was pretty much a wonder kid when we brought him in, is now 30. So while all this is going on, in the background I am trying to sell some players. I didn't want to sell Haaland at this point. We were offered a good amount of money for him, but I rejected it because I don't want to risk losing him before we're out of the tournament, because obviously we've registered the current squad, meaning we don't really want players to leave if we can avoid it. And as you can see above, Manchester City currently beating Inter, meaning we could potentially be playing Manchester City in the next round. I want to bring Pingle off here, but I'm questioning it. Diego Maradona, I have a little look, and he can play on the left, so he comes on the left. Bondhouse comes on the right, and we just freshen up those two wing players, get rid of the yellow card, and let's just see what this Diego Maradona is all about. Hopefully we will get some big highlights, and there he is, playing it to Haaland. Urkel now. What can Urkel do with it? Plays it in towards Haaland, who just shoots wide with the header, and it remains 0-0. But we do have a free kick now with Hein. What's he going to do with it? I presume he's going to play it out to Alejandro. Alejandro now running into the space. What does he do? Plays it back to Haaland, who scores to make it 1-0 and give us something at least to hold on to. It's been a hard game. They've been defending well, but hopefully that means we are now broken in, and Zhao with a huge, powerful shot, but Wigoli is equal to it in the Palmeiras goal. And Maldini manages to get it, but unfortunately loses straight away. And Sanchez has pulled it back to make it 1-1. Took us 60-odd minutes to get the first goal, and all of a sudden it's 1-1. Both of us have scored. We need to keep pushing, though. We can't afford to let this game just go away from us. Bondhouse plays it to Coney. What can he do with it? Plays it out to João Maldini. Oh. It flickers around the box. Unfortunately, though, Maldini unable to get it on target. And here is Coney. And the ball highlight ends. And I don't quite understand why that was a highlight. I think Maldini, though, coming in and doing bits. I look to bring on Lala for Urkel. Zhao's coming off for Demont, is he? Or am I going to play things around a bit? He does come on for Demont. We're just freshening up to try and hold on. Min on the left as well. Let's see what happens in the dying 10 minutes of this game. Can we, by hook or crook, get across the line here and score one more goal? And Maradona is on the ball, plays it into Haaland, and Maradona's got an assist. Haaland gets his second goal of the season this early, and we are 2-1 up, and that made me very happy. And now we've got 5 minutes left. Maradona 7.2. He's bossed it, hasn't he? He's come on and played magnificently. And boys and girls, we are through to the next round of the Club World Cup. But if you've enjoyed that, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. I've been the Masked Manager, and until next time, I have spoken.